Hello, welcome to my home. My name is Lisa and this is my channel about stitching. Hope you find something that's exciting. Hope everybody's having a good day. Today is Wednesday. I believe it's the last day of September. Maybe it's the first day of October. I should probably know this, but anyway, that gets you a pretty close estimate of what day it is. Even if I don't know. My whole plan was to get up early, and I woke up at 6:30 and I was headed to get cleaning, and I decided, I'll just wait till my alarm goes off at 7. And then my alarm didn't go off, or if it did, I didn't hear it. And so then I finally got up around 8 and was all gung-ho. And so I took the sheets off my bed, put them in the washing machine. I cleaned my master bathroom. And I thought, okay, I'll just go sit down just for a second. And then before I knew it, I was on the couch taking another nap. Well, not another nap, but taking a nap after I've only been awake for like 2 hours. So I actually slept for an hour and a half. And now I kind of feel like a train hit me. Talk about unmotivated. That's me right now. But anyway, so I had my hair all cute before I took a nap, and now it's all... But anyway... And my dog is outside barking at everything that moves. Hopefully you can't hear that. And then I had it all set up, my tripod and everything, and then Sarah came through and heard Molly barking, and so she had to hurry and turn and run, and she got caught up in the cords, and so she almost pulled everything off of the table. So it's been an eventful morning. I have a ton of stuff to share with you. I've been stitching a lot, and I've been trying to make it a little bit different. Instead of working on a project continuously, like during a day or whatever, every time I sit down to stitch, I'm using a different project. So I have a whole basket full of things that I've been working on, and so that I don't forget that I worked on it, I have one basket full of all my project bags. And then I had an empty basket. And so I thought, okay, as soon as I worked on something or I want to talk about it in the video, it goes in the basket. And so hopefully I'll be able to remember everything. And my dog is barking like crazy, so hold on. So Sarah wanted to say hi because she's feeling bad because I yelled at her for almost ripping my computer out of the wall. Are you a good dog? And Molly is back out there barking again. Honest to Pete. You guys are driving me nuts. You gonna say hi, Sarah? All right. Okay, here we go. Try to put you back sort of where you were so that the light's not shining in your eyes from behind. And thankfully the mailman is on his way back. So hopefully he can get out of the neighborhood and we can all get some peace. Shoot, I feel tired already. Might need a nap. Oh, goodness. Okay, here we go. Let's get serious. Okay, so I believe, this is like the 4th time I've tried to start this video. So I believe I already showed you my little basket of goodies that I've been working on. So, and I finished my Acorn drum, so I'm excited about that. And then, since I haven't really done anything with my thrift store channel that I was hoping to do, I'm just dying to show somebody my stuff that I got last week. So let's get going. So probably we'll start off with the finish of the Acorn drum. And I still haven't heard from Cindy Havens, who was the winner of the giveaway. So I figure I'll give you till the next video, and then if I haven't heard from you, I'll just next week I'll do another random pick, and somebody else will be the winner, because it's fall stuff, and if I wait too much longer, it's going to be irrelevant. So although there will be another fall next year, but anyway, so I was able to get my little drum done. It's a little wonky. I feel like one side's a little higher than the other. But overall, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I do want to do the big X cross stitch type of stitching around the edge. I just can't really get my mind wrapped around how to do it. I'm pretty sure I just take a stitch down here and then take a stitch up here and a stitch down here. But I don't necessarily want to practice on here. So anyway, I've got to figure it out how to do it. But it turned out cute. I used Vanna's tutorial. And yeah, see, it is a little wonky. I don't know. It was getting late by the time I was finished with it. And I was watching a movie. I don't know. It's good. It's not like it's going to be somebody's going to be spinning it around looking at it all the time. It'll be fine. I have it out in my entrance of my house, in my kitchen. And I have it in some of my fall stuff. So it's looking kind of cute in there. But I thought it needed something on the top. And so I started making a little acorn out of velvet and then wool on the top. And I thought, oh, just a cute little twig coming out of the top would be so cute. And I even left the string on here because I thought I might just attach it to the top somehow. So I didn't cut my string off yet. But I feel like if I do that, it needs a little bow or it needs another one, or it's in process. But it's getting there. So that's the acorn. And the announcement that I haven't heard from Cindy yet. So, okay, so we'll start with the basket of things I've been working on. Now, I think what I'm going to do is take everything out and set it up on the table. So I apologize if you're using headphones. There's going to be some crinkling because I don't want to get everything all mixed up. So, and that seems like something that my nap-induced brain might do today. All right, so we'll just start with the last one. I worked on a little bit on Plum Street Sampler's Home for Christmas little pin pillow. And so I had already done the first 2 stars, and so I did a 3rd star, and then I filled in all of this gray. But I didn't feel like my brain was up to looking at all those little symbols and figuring out what color was what, so we quit for the night. I was watching the presidential debate, getting to become a nervous wreck. So I decided to fill in the gray and not try to do a whole lot of thinking. Okay, and then I worked a little bit on Bittersweet September by Blackbird. And this time I worked on, I started the house. So I got a little bit of the house building done. As I put it back in my Ziploc bag because I've not made enough project bags for all the things that I'm working on. It's okay. All right, and then I put a little bit of work into Basket Full of Wintertime by Brenda Gervais. I feel like I got quite a bit accomplished on this one. I think I worked on it on Sunday, so that gave me a little bit more time. So I'd already done pretty much the top. Don't mind, I already have something else going on this fabric, but I've done all 4 seasons and I wanted them all to be on the same fabric so that they all fit on the same finishing thing. So I had already done to the bottom of the basket, so I was able to get the line of stitching here, and then I was able to get all the stems and stuff in. So that's how big it's going to be. So now I can just fill in the flowers, which will be the fun part. So I'm coming closer to that. I need to pick out another red. I needed to have 2 reds for the candy cane. And that other red is used in the flower. So I have to kind of do some thinking. So that was that one. I put a little bit of work in Stacy Nash Primitive Summer at Hollyberry Farms. I can never say that right. Summer at Hollyberry Farm. Shouldn't be hard to say. I mess it up every time. So I felt like I was up to a little bit of counting. So I worked on the top border. So I was to about here, I think. And so I I the top of the border, and this is where it starts going down. So I'm pretty excited. I told myself the next time I worked on it, I had to start working on the border, or it was never going to get finished. So I got quite a bit accomplished on the border. So I was excited about that, but not excited enough to start my way down the border. Need a break from the berries. But it's funny, that's what makes the piece, I think, is that border. Well, in that big house. Okay, so I did a little bit on Grateful, Thankful, Blessed by Brenda Gervais. And that was what I stitched at work on and off. Because it was an easy thing. All I had to do was just do the little line of border stitching all the way around. I think I was pretty much to here. So I went down and went across, and then I did one of the little stars. But that was good because I didn't have to necessarily count. I could just hurry and stitch. And so that border is finished now. Which kind of leads me to a thought. Are you guys doing the October stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop? And Lori Holt is doing it. I think it's Kimberly and Lori. They're planning their October stitching, and they're going to be doing a whole lot of fall and pumpkin. And Lori did a video on her channel, which is Lori Holt, on YouTube. And so she was showing some of her projects, and some were things that she's already started, and some were going to be new starts. So that was very motivating. My FOMO kicked in on, fear of missing out. So I'm like, well, I better look into that. So if today is October 1st, which I kind of have a feeling it is, I probably ought to get that ball rolling. But I have quite a bit of fall things that are in process. So I might follow along. I just have to decide how I'm going to do it. I don't think I'm going to do every day be fall. But I bet if I did like the first 2 weeks, I might get a lot of my fall stuff ready to go and put out on display. So we'll see. Still have to decide. Might just pick that I'm going to do it maybe on the weekends or something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I should make any decisions. I'm a little groggy. Okay, and so I kind of felt like doing something that I hadn't worked on in a long time. So I pulled out Plum Street Samplers, A Gentleman's Daughter. I just loved this one. But when the last time I was working on it, I realized that I had, just a second. Sorry, she finally came in and stopped barking, and now she's licking her feet. They probably got wet in the wet grass. Anyway, last time I worked on this, I kind of realized I made an error. So my windows on the end are not correct. I have, Molly, stop. Jeez. I believe I need more in the window. I did too much of the house, and I didn't do enough blocks in the windows. So my window panes aren't lining up. So I have to do some I'm not going to rip that stitching out. It's just cream. So I'll probably just stitch over it. I use one thread anyway. So I think I'm going to try I will rip out this line here, and this one, but I think I'm just going to stitch over the cream and see how it goes. But anyway, I wasn't feeling up to all of that because it was after work one night, but I did work on my stars. So I got 3 of the black stars done, and then I did these 2 little brown doodahs, whatever they are. And then I was able to get that star and this other flower done. And I did the pole for the flag. So I was excited about what little bit of stuff I was able to get accomplished. I didn't have the other green for the trees. The called for blends into the, in fact, I had done the stem up at the top here, and you can see how it just blends in. So I need to pick another green, which I hadn't done, and I didn't feel like getting up and looking around, so I decided to work on the stars because I had that stuff there, and there was no decision to be made there. So anyway, that one is actually in a project bag and not a Ziploc bag. Imagine that. I swear, with all this fabric I have in this room and the fact that I'm using Ziploc bags is just terrible. But Ziploc works good. So as Chelsea says, I could always get sponsored by Ziploc. I need to learn to edit. Okay. I also worked on Basket Full of Summertime. And let's see where I'm at there. I don't even remember what I did, to tell you the truth. I think I worked more on the stems below also. She still doesn't have a head because I still can't decide what color hair I want her to have, and I can't decide what color I want to use for flesh because her hands and her face need done. But I did do the stitches down here, and I finished the green stems all the way across. I think I did one of the blue flowers. So, but I just love this one. I love this tea-dyed fabric. Just really grungy fabric really does it for me. And even though I think it's like a 28 count, so it's bigger than what I get real excited about stitching. I really like to do 36, but it really looks so pretty on that fabric that I forget all about that it's 28 count. Okay, so that was that one. I also pulled out another project that I had started a while ago. I'm not even sure when, to tell you the truth. And I just got stalled out on like the first day or whatever. It's a heartstring samplery. Pincushion Street is the name of the pattern. I just love the little saying on it, which I probably won't be able to see without glasses. Oh, maybe I can. It says, come in the evening or come in the morning, come when you're looked for or come without warning, always welcome on Pincushion Street. How sweet is that? So I still hadn't picked a color for the house, but I had picked the 2 browns that are used in the writing and the roof. So I did the dark color. I still have to pick the red for the chimney. But anyway, it was good. It was kind of mindless stitching because once I kind of started it, I didn't have to think too much. So, and I wanted to work my way into something that I could take to work and stitch on my the end of my lunch break. And so that'll be good fill in. I can just pick the right brown. And so anyway, I believe the colors for the house, the called for colors are Brethren Blue. Molly, the trash trucks are here now. Oh my goodness. Brethren Blue and Bayberry. So when I go to the LNS, I might have to try to look for those. I need to start making a list of things that I need to look at. Because I get there and I'm like, ooh, squirrel, squirrel. And I just buy new charts. Excuse me. Okay, so we're getting down there. We just have 2 more that I worked on. So I worked on Not Forgotten Farm Spring Farmhouse. And this one I had picked up some thread at Little Creeks last time. Oh, which leads me to think, if you watched last week's video, I was showing a picture, not a picture, a stitched piece in my entrance to my sewing room. And I called it, I said it was by Little Creek Needleworks. That's my LNS. It was done by Little House Needleworks. So was the designer. And if I was good at editing, I could have put that across the bottom of the screen and everybody would have realized the real thing. But anyway, and I don't even think I put it down in the drop down box. I just got disgusted with myself and just moved on. But anyway, so that wasn't designed by my local needlework shop. Anyway, but while I was at that needlework shop, I picked up some fancy floss for this house. I picked up burlap. And I'm really loving how it's turning out. It's just looking so cute. Sorry, I've got a piece of it right in the middle of the road. But yeah, this one's coming along pretty fast. I'm almost done with the house. So there's just a little bit more at the bottom. What to do with the pattern already? Let's see, what else do I have to do? I have to do farmhouse, and I have to do some, I don't have my glasses on, so everything's fuzzy. I have to do, looks like a sheep and some flowers and some more letters, a couple chickens. So it sounds like it's going to be a fun rest of the stitch. Or maybe I got the rooster done, I don't know. But very cute. And I don't know, I'm really enjoying the variegation in this, to the point where I feel like it might have changed my opinion on fancy floss. I might have to write that on the back of the frame, that this is the piece that made it worth $2.75 for a little skein. I'm so cheap. Okay, so I worked on that. And then the last thing I worked on, oh yeah, and I didn't do much at all on this one. Oh wait, maybe I did. I don't even remember. Oh gosh, oh, I gotta put that back in there so I don't get somewhere and not have thread. Okay, so the last one I worked on is another Plum Street. I'm branching out. Usually it's another Brenda piece, but I had quite a few Plum Street this time. And this is Peace, Love, and Purpose. And so this is one of those deals to where I might have to take this in and look at the fancy floss, because I love the colors of the model. I love that bluish, greenish, what color is that? I don't know. I don't know what it is. Dolphin is one of the ones down here, I think, in the flying geese part of it. Anyway, I love the colors of it. And then when I bought them, I bought the DMC equivalent, which is just not the equivalent. So this, the flying geese color, okay, which is definitely a blue, it's called Dolphin, but I believe when you pick out the color in DMC, it's a definite green. Oh, and I forgot, did I tell you guys that I had purchased that little Delft thing at the thrift store, and I was going to make it into a thread keep, and it worked out really good. It fit in there just fine. I don't know if I ever showed that again. So anyway, on to the stitching. So I was able to, I already had the flagpole in, and so I liked the red. No, I didn't like the red. The red that I was supposed to use, the DMC conversion color, it was one of these two, was supposed to be the red. And it's like, okay, that's like terracotta. So I picked out a color, which I don't even remember, but I was thankful I put it back in the bag. I picked DMC, it looks like 59, which is a little bit more of a, not a true red, more of like, what is that, maybe a magenta red? But I really thought it looked pretty as a flag. So I was able to get all of the red stripes done in the flag. But I hadn't picked out a blue, so I called it a quit. It quits that night. So this is one that I've decided to do over 1, and I think it's maybe a 28 count, but I'm doing it over 1. So overall I'm liking it. I just need to really get a handle on my colors, because the DMC equivalent, although they're very pretty together, it just doesn't speak to me as far as how the picture looks. And I just love that bluish color, so I have to go find that. Go buy the fancy floss, cheapskate. Okay, so that was my stitching, but I feel like I got quite a bit of stuff worked on. I might not have got a huge amount on any of them, but they all got some attention, and so I felt pretty good about that. What else did I want to talk about? I brought out a bunch of my thrift store things that I got, I think 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week. I told myself I didn't need to go because I had not taken any of the stuff out of the bags. And I thought, Lisa, that's just terrible. You want to go again? And the day's young, it still might happen, but I thought, you didn't take any of the stuff out of the bag and use it, so you shouldn't be able to go again. But that thrill of what you might be missing out on, or the thrill of what you might find, and the fear of what you might be missing out on if you don't go, it's a terrible thing. So we'll see. My friend Loretta and I might jaunt off to there. We'll see. Speaking of Loretta, she's so good to me, and so she was away this last weekend to Pennsylvania, and she went to a store, and I don't know that I remember what store it was, and she took the receipt off. But anyway, she was so good to me. She got me a rug hooking pattern. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So it's a Minnick and Simpson pattern, and it's Red House on the Prairie. So pretty. So I'm so excited. I took the pattern out, and it's a pretty big rug. So part of me is wondering if I can shrink that down somehow. I don't know how I would do that, because I don't have a printer or a copier. But anyway, it would be beautiful big, but I just don't know if I would actually get it finished. I might. And then I've been having a lot of headaches lately, and so she got me a lavender eye pack. How exciting. So it's supposed to help with headaches. So we'll see. But thanks, Loretta. And then we saw this really cute thing. Well, she pinned it on Pinterest, and I had seen it also. It was a really pretty little Christmas vignette where they had just made little cloth trees, and they put them on these little spools. And so she was there, and she bought 6 of them. So 2 for her, 2 for me, and 2 for another friend at work. She's always so kind. She always buys for other people. So I'm excited about that. They were really pretty. They just made like cream colored fabric trees, and a lot of them had a lot of lace and things on it. And I told myself to look it up on my tablet, but my tablet was not charged up. So Anyway, when I get them done, you'll be able to see them. But, oh, they were so pretty. Now I don't know where I would put them because I'm running out of room, but very cute. So let's get on to some of the thrift store stuff, and then you can move on to another floss tube that you need to watch. So one of the things that I loved, but I just almost put back, was I just love metal rusty stuff. This is made to look old, but it's not. It's new. It has little lights in it. And I don't even know if it works. I haven't even tried it out. I don't even know what size battery it uses or anything, but it was $1. So it had to come home with me. I don't know how I will use it somehow, but it was super cute. Then I found a little frame on a stand, and it's all kind of distressed and cute. And then, you know, the back, you could just easily put some stitching in there, but it was 50 cents, so it had to come home with me. And then I love topiaries, and so I saw these, and I don't know if they will make it into my Christmas decorations or if they'll be in the everyday stuff, but I thought they were so cute, and they were $1.50 each. And to have two of them exactly the same, I thought, you know, that makes decorating really easy when you have two of something. So those came home with me. I had quite a cart full the last couple of times I've gone. I found some really good stuff, which makes me think I should go today. Don't you think? I should go. I should go just to make sure I'm not missing out on something of a lifetime. You know, it could happen. I have no willpower. Anyway, look at this deal. Now, like I said, I don't know if it works, but it's one of those candles that have the moving wick. It was 25 cents, people. 25 cents. I mean, hello, how exciting. So, I don't know if it works, but even if it doesn't work, I thought for 25 cents, it's pretty. It would go in one of a little lantern or something. It was a good deal. Okay, and so then I went past the fall section, and they had a couple little pumpkins. This one was 50 cents, and this one was 30 cents. And I know how to make these. I have wool. I have everything I need to do it. But, you know, 80 cents and they're already done for two. I mean. Okay, what else did I find? Oh, I thought this was super cute. Now, normally I do the white pictures that are, you know, more tall than squatty. But how cute is that? And it was 50 cents. And it even comes with, you know, dirt and stuff inside. What a deal. But I thought that was super cute. And then I found this teacup. And I just loved the color. Isn't it pretty? I'm really starting to get into this teal color. I don't know where, because I don't have another room that's not already kind of invested, unless I go in here. I haven't done curtains in here yet, so that's a possibility. But this little teacup was 25 cents, and it's got really cute little stems. Now, my first instinct was to make like a pincushion or something to go in it. And it had the saucer, but the saucer wasn't anything exciting. It was just cream. And it just had this little vine stuff where the cup goes, so you wouldn't even really see it. So I didn't even get the saucer, excuse me. But so I thought if I made it small enough to where that little branch would show, would be cute. I was able to find, oh dear, a few little anemone silk flowers. And they were $1. So I thought that was a cute little bouquet. Then I went through the notions section, which is, it's funny how you have certain sections that are your first go-to. And that seems to be my first section. I go to the fabric / notions. And then Well, that's what I should do. I should take you guys along with me so you guys could see this craft store. I always feel like people look at me funny. They look at me funny anyway. But no, they don't. People are nice. But anyway, I feel like I don't know if I have that kind of bravery to film, unless I just set it up on my cart where nobody would really know. I don't know. But anyway, the first place that I usually hit is the Notion fabric area. And then I head towards the silk flower area. And then there's like the frames and the wood and the dishes over in the other area. But that's normally my first hits. And then after I've gone through those areas pretty good, there's usually like 3 or 4 carts of things that have been priced, but their volunteers haven't gotten them out to the shelves yet. So that's usually a kind of a congested area. So if it's not too crazy, I'll usually try to hit that. And then I go over to the frames. So, I mean, but this place is huge. But anyway, I went to the Notion area and I found little covered buttons. They were brand new in the package, and they were 75 cents. So I got 3 of those. They were a little bit smaller, but I thought they would still be cute. And then I found DMC needles that were still in the package. I just couldn't believe it. And they were 75 cents each. So I got a couple of those. Then I found a couple little tarts. They look like they have been used as little candle holders, but I thought, oh, with the right cross stitch thing in there, like an Olga's tart like I showed on the shelf last week, oh, that would be super cute. So there was 2 of those, and they were 25 cents each. I just feel like with these type of things, even if I don't actually make something to go in it, I could even just sell these things for the people who are trying to get out to a thrift store or whatever, and for one, can't because of COVID, or 2, their thrift store doesn't have anything exciting. I mean, literally, I could come home with this stuff, piles of it every day, like the teacups and things like that. It's endless, the supply that goes through this place. But my basement is filling up, and I keep telling myself, until you've made some of these things that you keep buying, you shouldn't buy anymore. You see how good I listen to myself there. So then I went through the frame section, and I found a couple frames. Now, I have been trying to limit myself that I really shouldn't get it unless I have something really in mind for it, unless it's like $1 or less. So these were 50 cents each. And so they matched, and I thought, well, that would make a nice, and it was a good size. I feel like there's a lot of little smalls that could fit into that. So I got those 2. And then I found this one, which kind of reminded me of, what was that Christmas one I did? Christmas at Winterberry Cabin, I think. I had done it like a Priscilla finish, and I was going to put it on a rusty muffin tin, which I even have. But now that I'm starting to do framing and not be so worried about lacing and things like that, I might redo it and put it in a frame, because I feel like it might fit in here. I don't know. I like the rusty muffin tin thing too, but I couldn't find any cute greenery to go around it, and so I haven't ever finished it. And I need to finish it because it needs to come out this year. I have 2 pieces that are Christmas that are already, they're even put on the board and everything. So anyway, so yeah, those were my 3 bags of thrift store finds. And technically, the reasoning why I couldn't go today was because I hadn't taken them out of the bags. Well, they're out of the bags now. Come on, Loretta, I'm going to go pick you up. Oh, gosh. But anyway, it has been kind of exhilarating going through some of the stuff. I do feel more awake, and I don't feel like I want to go lay down again, take another nap. So, Boy, yesterday was tough. Yesterday was my 11-hour day, and they had a bunch of dishwashers call off. And so, out of the compassion of my heart, I stayed after and did silverware. Ugh, what a dishwashing is not a fun job when you think about all the other people and their germs, and it was in their mouth, and yeah. I guess you just really can't think about that kind of stuff. But anyway, if you're a dishwasher. But so anyway, there's piles of kind of kind of gross water that they just kind of soak it in for a little bit while you're separating it. And so I did like rack on rack on rack on rack after they get, and then after they go through the dishwasher, then you have to sort them into the silverware bins and stuff. So anyway, I had a whole cart full of stuff, and then I was like, can I go? But boy, it was funny how just doing something different. I mean, my hands were killing me today, but I think it was just from, lifting all that heavy stuff. And I didn't even do it for long, just like 45 minutes. I wouldn't make it as a dishwasher. But anyway. But I helped them out a little bit. They were going to be there pretty late if people hadn't stayed and helped them out. So you have to be a helper. All right, I'm probably going to rewatch this thing and tell myself that I was a ding-dong through most of it and retape it, but maybe not, because I have to go to the thrift store. Yeah, it's funny. I've got all these little things started for my other channel, and I even have a name picked out and everything. And I don't know, just part of me doesn't. I've been watching other shows that do like cleaning channels. I can't believe how popular cleaning channels, clean with me channels are. And my friend Chastity was saying, yeah, you ought to do something like that. That'll be, very popular. But I don't like cleaning, so, but it would be a good motivator to clean. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this channel has helped me get a lot of stitching done, so maybe that would help me get a lot of cleaning done. I don't know. I did get my front porch cleaned off and put a few pumpkins out there. So that was fun. Larry power washed the side and the front of the house, and then I did the back of the house on Monday on my day off. And so then I power washed the patio and got things cleaned up out there a little bit. And I did a little bit of weeding this weekend. So I kind of feel like it's just time to get the outside buttoned up because I need to get inside and start stitching. Oh, well. I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope you're getting some stitching done. I am thankful for the people who have sent me some pictures of what they've been working on. I'm excited about that. Sorry I'm getting all raspy voiced again. But I need to figure out a way to, because I film my videos or tape my videos on my phone, which are where I have all of my information and my pictures. So it's hard to kind of show their work too. But I should first of all get their permission, and secondly, I should have a thing at the end. If I could edit, see, I could just have those roll across the end. One of these days. All right, well, I'm going to get off here and go eat something. I'm starving. I hope you didn't hear my stomach growl a couple of times. But anyway, I'm going to get off here and go get something going on with this day. I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're Cindy Havens, you need to give me your email, your address, so I can send you your prize. All right, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.